Hello, George, Pet Ninja Food Forest. Name is not familiar. I dug up some Jerusalem artichokes, some sunchokes yesterday. I'd left this bed alone for quite a while. It's one of the original beds we did here, some of the hugelculture, some of the buried branch material stacked up and covered with organic matter. I talk about it a lot in different composting videos, but also in the hugelculture here, the combination of swales with hugelculture behind it to suck up that water as we catch it. But we had to dig in yesterday to get those Jerusalem. I don't like to dig in my soil. It's all no dig. But for potatoes and sunchokes, you have to disturb the soil. I left this one alone for quite a while. And yesterday I had to dig it out of there we got 5 gallons of Jerusalem artichokes. Hey, I don't want to compete with you. We're going to go down now and have a look at the soil that we built there from that composting in place. I'll pause here and we'll go have a look. Well, we'll talk on the way. So we're going by the compost here. So we do a lot of compost. Made lots of videos on these for people seeing them, but the hot compost, the thermophilic, and it's supposed to be a static compost. We've got lots of worm compost inside. We use that for bedding in those. Excuse me, losing my voice. We do a lot of these swales here. All these swales catch that water. But I was just digging this out earlier. This goes down to the orange clay we started with below, but we've got 2 foot of soil, or almost soil, we top dress with. So composting in place. Wood chips in there. The heavy carbon, the nitrogen from these guys digging in there for insects. Because in the teeth of the forest, the fungus shows up and breaks those wood chips down when it gets wet, calls in the insects. These guys come and eat those insects. Just a second, my duck's got a hurt foot. She's all right. So these guys are in the soil now. Actually, I'm probably going to go ahead and pause here, put this on a tripod. We'll dig some of this out. Look out, turkeys. Trying to get to the clay. There it is. So there's the clay. That far down, much farther in the backside. We'll have a look. So that's the clay we started with. This is the soil we're building. Pulls together when you squeeze it. Just give it a light squeeze, it'll fall into clumps. Just gorgeous soil. We do that by taking that organic matter and leaving it in place. A combination of wood chips. These are swales, like I was saying. So there's a tree stump here. We'll be able to see it. And there's the back side of the bottom of the log. Here. We did that hugelmound. I'll share the picture. All the logs stacked up in here. They're stacked up in here. So we've done all these beds here. This was the biggest original one. All these bottom ones were tiny little mounds where we dug these swales out and mounted behind, like here. Excuse me. Need a drink of water. Like here. Over the years, we've gotten stones and concrete. Built these up and built all that soil in them. So the original hugelculture, filling these swales full of wood chips. Once a year, digging those out and top dressing the beds. All forms of composting, the hugelculture, the composting in place in these swales, top dressing with compost. And then the way we planted it. Nitrogen fixing plants, dynamic accumulating plants, leaving that organic matter around, not taking it to the curb. Change can be better than holiday. Hugelculture really, really works. Well, let's look at some more. I've got you. All these beds. This big freeze this year, and the chickens knocked that apart. But again, look at all that soil we've built. I was digging out fig branches here yesterday. And again, I can dig into this with my hands if it's not frozen. Way down. All that gorgeous soil. And leaving that organic matter. And all the rest of these are like the same thing. Change can be better than a holiday. Peace.